Vendors will pay the estate agency fee that the estate agent thinks they're worth. Today I'm joined by Mark Hinkins, who is boss man of sales for Rex, the CRM firm from Australia. Mark, what do you mean by vendors will pay estate agents what estate agents think they are worth? What do you mean by that? Talk to me.
So vendors will pay agents exactly what that agent thinks they're worth. And what I mean by this is if you go in and pitch on a market appraisal and you are confidently justifying your fee based on absolutely everything that you have discussed and talked about and all the pre-preparation that you've done from, we've said it before, from presenting yourself as the expert in your local area to really creating this vibe around yourself that you are the expert, the best agent in your town. If you go and deliver and ask for 2.5%, you will get 2.5%.
Most estate agents listening to this will say, well, that wouldn't happen in my town.
So they say exactly the same thing to me when I quote this and when I've discussed this before. And look, if you do all of the measures that you're always being advised and you actually go in and confidently have your presentation prepared, not just to the point where you're learning it to the point that you can do it, but you're learning to the point that you're an absolute expert in what you want to talk about, and you go in and present and ask for 2.5%, you will get 2.5%.
Surely you have to prove that you're worth the 2.5%.
Yeah, you do, but that comes from all of the preparation that you've done beforehand and every single interaction that you have in any visible place, whether it's social media, whether it's the success stories that you are pushing of where you've sold and moved someone and really helped their journey.
So basically you're telling me that it's responsibility of the agent to prepare particularly well, improve on the pre-val pitch, the val itself and the post-val. Does that mean stuff like actually like recording the valuation and then listening back to it to see where you could improve?
100%. Now, this is something that in B2B is just normal. But when you think of B2C, you don't actually think of those interactions and think, should we be viewing ourselves on how we operate on a market appraisal? Should we be doing a lot more coaching sessions? Should we be doing a lot more training in that regard?
I mean, it's unheard of for a boss to go out with an employed lister. Do you think that's unbelievable?
I think it's unbelievable, yeah. I mean, look at it. We're continuously learning all of the time. And
we're supposed to be learning.
We're supposed to be learning. And you could have 15 years of experience, but if those 15 years are just the same year repeated over and over
it's
again.
One year 15 times,
it's 1 year 15 times. It's not continuous learning, it's not improving, it's not...
Why do you think agents are really rubbish at development? I'm not going to say training because we already know the job, but development.
Some are fantastic, but the truth is that...
They're the minority
they're the minority, and you can see that minority of agents, and you've had some on the sofa before, are getting 2.5%. Maybe even 3% in some areas where other agents are struggling to get 1.5 and
struggling to get 1.
Struggling to get 1, and it's because they're continuously developing, looking at crafting their skills, crafting their pitch.
Do you think that can be done internally, or do you think you need to get outside people in to train them and develop them?
I think it needs to come from outside people. And look,
who do you admire?
Who do I admire training wise? So I would probably say some of the self-employed agency leaders at this point are fantastic at this, and I think training in those areas is really starting to accelerate. So people I'd look up to Steph Walker, I'd look up to Sean Newman, and these are in particular agents or bosses at agencies who are delivering training in the right way to the agents that they're bringing on board.
Anyone else?
Yourself. I think the content and everything that you're putting forward, if that is absorbed by agents, then the sky's the limit for them.
Oh, thank you. What do you think is holding people back taking responsibility to improve their processes?
I think, look, if someone's doing all right at the moment, then good is the enemy of great. If you've got a good pie chart and you think that you're quite
love pie charts.
if you think you've got 8% and the next biggest in your area has got 6%, you are getting 8% of instructions, but you're losing out on 92%. So good in that respect is you are the market leader in your town, but great would be getting 40, 50%, and that isn't unachievable if you are to really train and hone your craft.
Thank you for your time today, Mark.
Thanks.